I gotta start it again. There we go. Damn ads. I refuse to pay it. Thursday. Been a while since we hung out. Who we got on here? How's that sound? I got this new mic and I want to make sure it's on. We're not going direct into the studio, but it should be a little clearer. Does it sound okay out there? It doesn't have that underground water vibe, does it? I hate that. That's why I bought it. Where is my stuff? System print. It says it's on the right mic, so hopefully we're there. No, sorry. Joe's asking if there's any footage of the gig. No, because there's we do cover medleys. This band I'm in called Blue String Theory. We play. We just started playing, and we did a gig at New York last week, which was a lot of fun and really went well actually. And but we do medleys of cover songs. So they putting them online, they frown on that and jerk them down and all that. But I'm sure people are going to be putting them up. So as I get them, I will repost them, and they can't, they can't get rid of all of them. So, but I wanted to touch base with you guys. I actually have a session here in a little while, but I want to get online, and I've been, I got a record deal on a new label, a new startup kind of label with in the company of some great artists and great people, and we were working on my EP, and I'm working on an EP with vocals, blues rock kind of. I guess Joe Bonamassa type stuff. But I sound like me, and I wish I could sing like him. He's really a great singer and a great player, for that matter. One of my favorites. And then we're doing an EP, which will be out by the end of the summer, and then the full record. It's already written, and with some great writers, Marshall Hunt and Kent Blasey and Mike Fleener and Rebecca Self, great writer from Texas, writes some pretty edgy stuff for a little girl, I gotta tell you. You'll see when you hear it. I was driving a lot because I drove. I don't really like flying around if I don't have to. I like to sit in the car and listen to books on tape and music and stuff like that. So then I just got back, and I got a lot of stuff I gotta get done lately, which is great, being busy. But I have my school, Scott Van Zandt Guitar School, a couple of things on that. I don't know if you guys have done the webinar or not yet, but if you haven't, get on there and do it. It's free, and giving away some pickups, some other stuff. So make sure. I'll get my guys to put that link in the comment section here on this. Let's see, what else is going on? Oh, when I started out, I was messing with the metronome. I wanted to talk about, this is one of the ways that I practice, because I like to give you a little tip. But if I got a metronome going on, it's 100 beats per minute. So if I take a scale, go all downstroke, 8 notes, all upstrokes, 4 notes in a row. Triplets maybe. With a certain riff or maybe rhythm. I practice my rhythm to a metronome. Get rid of that delay. It's kind of, where's that delay? I'm gonna dry it out a little bit here for a second. Okay, here we go. So you. Let's mess that up. That's why we practice, right? Or rhythm without the pick, you know. Better on the acoustic. You know, maybe some tapping. You just find the different timings that are in there, and you know, mess with them. All right, where are you at now? I got those over here. Stop. Anyway, you know, practicing with a metronome is pretty important, I think. So I do it quite a lot. Of course, I compose in my studio a lot, and that the drum machines are all locked to the grid, you know. And just on top of the timing, because you got to be. Especially these days, nothing fluctuates anymore. They never used to track with a metronome, but now everybody tracks with a metronome. The cool thing about tracking it with a metronome, or tracking it to a certain tempo in your session, is that, you know, when you lock delays and stuff like that, they're really locked in to that kind of thing. So definitely more honest without the delay. So another thing I thought of that I was messing with earlier was you play scales with one finger at a time, and it helps you to get to be able to move around. I think one of the things I help people with the most is being able to get around the fretboard, because they get stuck in one area. Everybody plays in this pentatonic right there. You know, which is cool, but you want to move around, and a lot of the cooler sounding players have a better command of the fretboard, in my opinion. So what I mean by one finger is, like, if you had a scale, like a blues scale right here, you just play it all with your first finger. So I'm playing everything with just the first finger or the second finger. That note's not in the scale, but I like it. Third finger. Practice habit. It's an Anybody got any questions or anything specific they want to go over while I'm here? Nobody's ever got any questions. I guess I'm not that interesting. You say nice things though. Alright, I'll just jam a Get my cheese back on there. Hey, let's looking at some of these things. Rick asked if I am self-taught. Well, no. I actually am a graduate of Guitar Institute, but I started out being self-taught from records, which I think trying to imitate your favorite players really really is a good way to go. But then you got to know what you're doing. So I do understand harmony and theory and but when I went to GIT, when they started showing me stuff, I'm like, oh, that's what I was doing, because I just didn't know what it was called. But if you're studying guitar, I think you need to do both. I think you need to pull licks from your favorite players, but you really got to understand the fretboard. Because if you have a lick, if you know the fretboard, you have a lick that goes something like that, and you know how to get around. You got it's everywhere. Just from knowing the points, and there's only 12 notes, and they keep repeating themselves in different octaves. You want to be able to do as much as possible with them, and it helps you to expand. So it's a long answer. So the answer is yes and no. But you got to be able to dig in. You gotta kind of want to sound like you're out of control and in control at the same time. That's my favorite players anyway. I love watching people that are real super precise and stuff like that. But my favorite players always sound like they were about to explode at some moment. Johnny Winter, Eddie Van Halen, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jeff Beck. They just have a lot of grit, that kind of thing. So, I'm going to have to get going, guys, because I do have some other obligations, but I'm glad I got in here for a little bit. I think I knocked her out at 2, and I wonder how that happened. So if any of you are ever in Vegas, make sure to message me, and I can let you know where we're playing, and if we're playing that weekend, usually are, and come and say hi, and have my singer make a big deal out of you from the stage. That's always fun. He's quite a showman. And, a lot of cool stuff coming up, so I'm just going to keep popping up here, and as long as I get 15, 20, 30 people, hopefully it turns into, hundreds, thousands, but if it don't, that's okay. I'm glad you guys are here. I appreciate it. I went through a lot last year. A lot of you know about that, and came out the other end of it, and I'm just very grateful to be able to, play music and bring whatever I can to the big spinning ball. I think that's what it's all about. I want to be a contribution and leave a little bit of a legacy, and I'm not good at anything else, so but anyway, I'll see you guys next Thursday. Again, I'll be a little bit more prepared. Maybe not. All right. Thank you very much. And God bless. I will see you next time. Thank you much. Bye-bye.